Connecting.
One, two, three.
Yeah. Send the link to Hawa.
Yeah.
Okay, if she wants to join online. Hello, everyone, and apologies for a little later start. I would like to welcome all of you people who are watching online and people who are here in New York City with us for the opening plenary of the 8th International Youth Conference. My name is Ali, and I am the founder of International Youth Conference. Besides that, I am advisor to the Youth Representative Steering Committee of United Nations Department of Global Communications, and I am also the representative to the United Nations for the AFS Intercultural Program. Now you'll be wondering, like, how IYC happened, what is IYC? So just to give a brief 2 minute recap on how we founded International Youth Conference. International Youth Conference was founded in 2019 as the outcome of the 68th United Nations Civil Society Conference in Salt Lake City. At the end of every civil society conference, we have the Youth Declaration, and the Youth Declaration says that we need to found a platform that will be able to do the outreach to young people all across the world, because there was a big number of young people across the world, especially in global south, who were not able to attend the civil society conference in person, but they were part of the extensive programming and planning, and they were doing the watch parties and other stuff in their country. So this concept came in 2019 that, okay, we want to do the outreach and we are going to take the message of United Nations to young people wherever they are in their countries, not just the United Nations, for all these sustainable development goals. So the aim was to take UN to them, take the UN Sustainable Development Goals to them, not to ask them come to the United Nations headquarters or other venues where they're not able to travel, where they do not have the sufficient financial resources or other logistical resources to be able to attend conferences in person. So that's when the concept of IYC was born. And as part of the U Declaration. U Declaration is on the UN website, and when it was founded, it was like with the support of UN Habitat and the UN Department of Global Communication and other civil society partners who came in to brainstorm the entire idea and everything for the International Youth Conference. We do have the partner here from the UN Habitat. We do have a partner from the UN Department of Global Communication. She was supposed to be here in person, but she might be able to join us in person online while she's commuting to this venue. So, welcome everyone. Eighth edition of International Youth Conference is unique in many ways because it's one of the largest one that we have organized in terms of the registration. We have over 20,000 registered participants from all across the world, and most of them, like 95% of them, are in global south, and they're watching online. They're part of the program online, and there's very limited in-person participant here, and it is also acting as a site even for the SDG summit and the UN General Assembly that's going on. And the aim to do the International Youth Conference every year in September is to make a youth statement for the UN General Assembly. As you can see that we have other partners. You can see the logo, UN Habitat, UN IOM Migration, and UN Department of Global Communications. They have been there with us. So we are here to make a statement for the leaders who are at the First Avenue attending the UN General Assembly. and many of them will be speaking or be in attendance here in person over the course of 4 days. So welcome everyone, and I would like to welcome all of you to the International Youth Conference's 8th edition, who are in person and who are also watching us online. What I can see that right now we have the figure of around 227 people who are live right now. And with that, I would like to uh, so these are the directors of International Youth Conference. Jessica, I want you to just be here. No, she can stand. Yeah.
I'll stand.
So,
I'll stand right here.
so,
Oh, great! Thank you. Look at this. It's a little.
Still there.
Yes.
so the directors of International Youth Conference were the participants like you. Sharabi was the participant of first International Youth Conference. She became ambassador, and now she's leading the whole thing. She told me what to do. Similarly with Jessica, she was the participant of the International Youth Conference in 5th edition, and now she's leading the charge. And she's also executive director, same as Sharabi. And similarly, Priyanka, she got attached with us during the International Youth Conference 5 director. And there is one more director. He's not here. He'll be joining us in person tomorrow. So this is the charge being led by young people. And I would like to give floor to Priyanka, who traveled all the way from India for International Youth Conference.
Wow, thanks, Ali. Hello, everyone. Good morning and good evening, good afternoon to everyone who are joining online. That's a pleasure for us that we are having a great number of audience right now and here in person as well. So, yes, my name is Priyanka. I'm a executive director of IYC, and it's been like more than 3 years that we are doing this work, especially like we are coordinating together. Here's my another executive and director, Jessica. So we are a small team of great people. So we are pulling up the things, and especially IYC, it is very important for us because this time we really received a great number of engagements from young people. And as Ali mentioned, that our focus is always on the global South youth people because they are the one who are lacking the opportunities. And our aim is to provide opportunities by organizing this conference, by teaching them, by providing them panels so they can know what's happening on the global level. And involvement of youth matters. And I want to tell you that I think all of you are aware that if you are following us on our social media handles and watching our website, so the theme of this year is that we have to include innovation, we have to include AI as well, we have to include tech, and then inclusion and innovation are two important priorities for this conference. And as we all are aware that we are in the midway of 2030, our agenda 2030. So we are here together to pull up the things and to make up some statements and how we can do the things together. And it's just a simple conference, but believe me that the impacts that it is creating, they are very great. And personally, we feel really close to our ambassadors, and we are so proud to have them all that they are implementing their plans on ground, and they are reporting us back. So I want to take this opportunity in this opening plenary to thank Ali and to all the team, especially he was the one with, and also Hawa, that they created the platform so we can have the voice here too, and we are representing the voice of lots of thousands of people here. And once again, I want to welcome you all. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to online audience as well. Now I would like to provide the floor to Shirabe, my another co-executive director.
Yeah, thank you so much, Priyanka, Ali, everyone that's being here. I wanted to check on Hawa. She's here right now. We're coordinating everything at the same time. I can tell you that we're right now streaming live from Facebook and YouTube. We have 2,082 people joining online from all parts of the world. I will give the word right now to Hawa. Hawa is right here. So, Hawa, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. And good morning and afternoon, good evening, everybody. I wish I could be there in person. This is the New York Hustler Live. So I'm on the way to the session. It's a busy time right now. at the United Nations. As you guys know, it's the General Assembly, and it's also the High Level Week at the UN. So, really, just a quick hello and welcome as I'm competing with the announcements on the train. Welcome to IYC 8. It's been a journey, and we're so excited to welcome everybody there. We're expecting to really get a lot of participation in person at the AFS offices as well as online. Your IYC ambassadors and directors have been really very busy working to get everything together. I'm in the background just really giving guidance and, as Ali said, listening to what people have to tell me to do. It's an exciting program with over 200 speakers and over 40 sessions. So it's going to be really a great session. We're looking for you to bring on the innovation, bring on the inclusiveness, as well as the action, not only online, but also on the ground within your respective areas. So thank you so much to all the participants. Thank you to all the speakers, and a big, big round of applause for all the IYC team. I hope to see you soon. Over to you, Shirabe.
Okay, thank you so much,
Thank you
Hawa.
so much, Hawa.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just seeing everybody here. I see the people that are here with us in person. I see the people that are also joining online. We cannot see you, but we are reading you for sure. There are 300 people. We are hearing people from Mexico. Well, I'm from Mexico, but I just saw the comments. From Egypt, from Uganda, from Sierra Leone, from Bangladesh, Zambia, everywhere. Absolutely. I just want to tell the people that are joining us virtually to keep on telling us where are you from, what are your expectations to join, well, for joining right now, IYC and everything. So yeah, I just want to start by saying that I'm really excited. This time we are in our eighth edition, but we are innovating in a really great way. We have many surprises, many things going on, many new things as well. I as Ali said, I started off in IYC 2, 3 mid pandemic. First, yeah, the first editions mostly it was small. It was just starting off, and well, I am a young person. I just turned 21, so I started I started attending all these international conference online because I wanted to do something. I wanted to create a change because we all know that COVID was just um, a really important part of our lives, not in just the how it shifted the world, but how it developed the actual problems that we have. So it just this like unveiled those problematics even more. So I really wanted to do something at that time. I couldn't, for example, travel to the United Nations. I couldn't go there and these, but I had the opportunity to do something online, even at my own place, even at my own house in Mexico. And I wanted to do something, and as a young person, I didn't know how to. Many times, as youth, you feel mostly powerless because you only think that big people in politics, big people in government, in national, international, have that kind of power. But I realized that I had that power as well, and I realized that other people did wanted to do something as well. So even if I didn't have a governmental or intergovernmental big title status, I did have the support of other people that wanted to do that wanted to make a change as well in their own community and in the world. So I think that part of the collective sense of inspiration, of passion, of doing something, it's what bring me today to this event, to the IYC, to being with you all. I want to congratulate not only the people that are here today, but also virtually joining, because that just demonstrates that everybody, that 300 and more people that will be joining for the conference for today, tomorrow, and the rest of the days on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, uh, will be able to do something. We are here to provide resources. We are here to provide a platform where they can raise their voices, where they can be visibilized in the international community, and where we can actually give them the things that they need in terms of knowledge, in terms of capacity building tools, in terms of everything that they may need in their own initiatives, projects, because we need to start somewhere, and we are here to help them and to guide everybody to have a good start, or to continue in the best way possible. And I just want to finish by saying, before I give the word to Jessica as well, that the world does need us right now. I'm still young. I still need to learn a lot of things. But I can say that I have learned that even if I have a really long path to follow still, I I know that we can do something about it, and we need to. It's our responsibility, and it's our obligation as a global community to actually make something. And we have the privilege to be here in our hands, to have a computer, to have a cell phone, to be in New York City, or to connect virtually. We have that privilege, and it's important to take that privilege and do something with that, because most people all around the world do not have that, and it's our responsibility to help those in need, to raise those voices, and to put those in a spotlight as well. So yes, thank you very much, and I will give the word to Jessica.
Thank you. My name is Jessica Lee, and I'm from San Francisco, California. And today I am so honored to join all of you and all of you online for the 8th edition of the International Youth Conference. After the 68th UN Civil Society Conference, we've had some youth who formed the International Youth Conference with the support of the UN Global Communications, the Civil Society Unit, IAAI, which is a UN accredited organization, and UN Habitat. And now this is 2023. This year is 2023. So it's our 4th year continuously having International Youth Conference every single year. We've started having it virtually, and then now we're moving it hybrid. You come to us for this year, we go to you for the next year and for the future conferences.
Great.
And that's our, exactly. And that's why our goal for the International Youth Conference is to be able to have it around the world in different regions. We are very much aware that we have participants who have visa restrictions or issues with visa, traveling, accommodation. And that's why our goal, the organizing team's goal, is to come to you, come to these regions, so that we can bring the International Youth Conference to the most remote regions in the world. And I welcome you all to engage with us online, in person. And I want to thank the organizing team, the advisors, directors, executive directors, founding partners, and all of you for joining us today and for the future editions. Keep on collaborating with us. The International Youth Conference 7, which was held in April of this year in San Francisco and in Silicon Valley. I was actually part of the organizing team as well for that edition. We've had over 650,000 global outreach and engagements, 1.9 million engagements throughout several different platforms online on social media. And we've had 84 speakers, 30 sessions, 8,400 registrants. Passing the baton to New York for the 8th edition, I myself from San Francisco, I am so glad to say that I flew all the way here just for this conference. And I am so excited to be with you all for the next couple of days. Participants, online and in person, please have fun, learn, and turn the discussion into innovation, into inclusion, into action. And this is why we're here now, to empower the youth to promote the Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you to the executive directors. Now I would like to give the floor to Ms. Mary from UN Habitat, who have been a great partner, the founding partner, and an organization or the agency who have been there like a rock, supporting International Youth Conference through thick and thin days. Mary, over to you. She have traveled all the way from Nairobi for this.
Wow.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and it is exciting to be here today. Many we've organized together, we've partnered on the international youth conferences, but this is the first time I'm here physically, and I'm excited about it. And I'd like to thank everyone who has made time to come for this event. It's very important to see youth in this room represented, whereby we want to voice out our voices, like voice out our issues, voice out our aspirations, what we want to be done in our communities. And so many of the time, definitely we say that youth need to be heard. But what we have found out in the field is right now youth are saying we want you, like the government, the leaders, to listen to us. We want them to listen to our issues because definitely youth, can you imagine a world without youth? What would happen? The role that youth play in today's in promoting sustainable peace, it's vital. It's a huge role that they play. And youth are reaching out saying, please listen to us. These are the challenges that we face out here in our communities, be it economy-wise, be it lack of advanced education, all the challenges, be it in regard to employment, which is a big issue, especially in the developing countries. So this peace sustainability definitely will directly impact economic growth, will directly impact also the youth being empowered and also having better livelihoods. So sustainable peace is one of the main aspects. When we're celebrating today the International Peace Day, we have to look at the role that youth play in this. And we can say, for example, I can give a good example that we at UN Habitat that we did in regard to peace building and also reconstruction in Somalia. Somalia has had conflict over 2 decades. And now, with the peace that is being built in Somalia, we as UN Habitat went into Somalia and facilitated skills, empowered the youth, over 100 youth with skills. That is, skills on life skills, entrepreneurship, and as well as constructions. As they are rebuilding it, now this youth also, with the partnership of the ministry there, the government in Somalia, they went on the ground and started to rebuild the roads, to reconstruct the roads. This empowered them with skills as well, was a source of income for those youth. So it is important to engage the youth into day-to-day and also embrace, we as youth, I'm still a youth, we as youth, we should also embrace that the power, the incredible power that innovation brings to our communities, like that is in fostering the achievement of the SDGs. So embrace innovation. We need to embrace innovation, push our leaders to let us have a seat. Youth should have a seat at the decision-making table so that we can also attain whatever it's impossible right now. With youth, I believe it's possible. It's definitely possible. Another thing, of course, reaching out definitely that your leaders, governments as well, should embrace you, and especially even the youth who have been that have been recruited, let's say in militia groups, in terrorism activities, but they want to come back to the community. They should have rehabilitation centers whereby they embrace them, come back to the community, and integrate them as well, so that to ensure swift integration. We at UN Habitat in 2017, we did an integration Columbia window. It's known as the Urban Youth Fund window, where we targeted the ex-youth who were part of the anti-government groups. And they came back to the government and said, no, we want to be integrated back into the community. We facilitated a program whereby they did some proposals, like what is it they want to do in the community. They want to come back, they want to learn about entrepreneurship, they want to solve this challenge. And we went with them hand in hand, ensuring that they integrated back into the community. So that is all from my end, and thank you so much once again. Thank you, Ali, for this opportunity. And yeah, that's all from my end. Thank you.
Okay. So let's provide space to our advisors.
You can. Yeah. So next, I would like to give the floor to one of our advisor who just traveled from Los Angeles, just directly from airport to the venue. Joseph, the floor is yours.
Thank you, thank you. You know, I just, as a member of the board, and really looking at how important SDGs are. And I know the definition, but I like to say it's sustainable and doable goals. And one of those goals is really addressing and supporting the youth and the needs that the youth have locally in support, in empowerment, in really making sure they have a voice. I feel very privileged to be able to, and thank you for Ali and Jessica, and really including me on the advisory board. Not only being welcome, but really accepting just the passion and really embracing the opportunity to serve.
Thank you.
You know, and this is a place where change happens. And it is so important that we are here and online and everybody that's watching and able to contribute. Your voice matters. Our voices can shake mountains. If we're all working together, we can move the earth. And that's what it's going to take really to change certain policies and certain things and practices and actions that are happening that are not fair, that are unjust, that are inappropriate, that are harming and hurtful. We need to support each other. And my background is in education, in social services, in social well-being. And social change is positive and possible when we stand together. We can roar. And that's what I see in our committee is that everybody is here dedicated to that opportunity of change and sustainability and creating movement that supports everyone. It is inclusive, not exclusive. And it's not about who you are and where you're at and what you can do. Every person matters. Every youth matters. Because they are our future. They're who we will be standing with, not on. They'll be guiding us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Rizwan Jafar, and let me give you some introduction. He is the media personality from Pakistan, also the very well-known youth leader and activist. When I was a little kid, I attended the first movement of the youth that was by him, that was the Cafe Vision.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about that was way back in the days, 20, 24, 25 years ago. That was my first introduction to the program. The first thing that came into my mind, like what the youth inclusion into the system was, and his program that used to go live on the national television, and that was the youth roundtable, where he would ask youth what they think about the system, the politics, and everything, how they can make change happen. And from there, that was on national television in Pakistan. And then from there, he formed the youth parliament of Pakistan. That he's also the founder of that. Thank you for coming all the way from Pakistan, Rizwan. And next, I would like to give you the floor to say a few words at the opening plenary for the International Youth Conference.
Wow, thank you very much, first of all. So this is the great opportunity for me that I'm here with you. I was working with the youth from last 20 years, especially when I was launched the first ever youth parliament in the history of Pakistan. That was on 14 August 2005. And from in last 18 years, we were work a lot, because Pakistan is the fifth largest country of this world, and we travel all over the world. I personally represented uh, my country in more than 24 countries. So the issues are mostly same in different countries. The problem is the performance of the governments. The governments that collect taxes from the public, and how they deliver their own people. So that is basically the one thing that differentiate the world, the US, the Europe, the Africa, the Asian countries. And if they are not properly governed in a better way, then the international community, then the international organization help them to make your country better. And this is the most important role of SDGs. So the youth, who are mostly the privileged, and their performance of their governments are better, so they have the more responsibility to work for the third world country, and they and to think on that. And the most important thing in that I like in the SDGs is uh, the collaborations and the partnerships that will help them, the underprivileged people and the poor countries. So we will work on that. We will, if we wanted to achieve in 2030 all the goals, uh, the countries that have the issues of terrorism, the countries that have the issues of peace, the water sanitation, the poverty level, the hunger. So we will work together, because we are this is we will not live alone in any country. We are in the global village. So we have all our own roles. And as a media person on television, I feel that this is my responsibility as a spokesperson of the community, to serve in a better way, and to collect all the youth together and raise their voice in front of the governments. And if we will not get the better response or the positive response, we will communicate with the world and make collaborations and partnerships. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I would like to, before we end, I would like to thank other, like the advisors, Mr. Boomer Rose and Ruby Gillen here, who have been very instrumental in helping us. You'll be hearing from them over the all 4 days. Lastly, I want you to be seated, and I want to invite just for 2 minutes to give you a welcome remarks, the CEO of the AFS Intercultural Program. As you can see that it's AFS, they hosted us, and it's also my organization. And the fact about AFS is that it's older than the United Nations itself, which was formed during the World War One to transport the injured from the war to the hospitals, and they carried their service in World War II. And after World War II, they transformed into the organization that carries the students to different places. I mean, they work on the student exchange program. Just give me 1 minute, and I will call him and give him a good, nice welcome. He's a very special person. Mr. Daniel Obst.
Hello, everyone. Sure.
Oh, right over here? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
That way you get the mics.
Okay,
There's a mic.
good. Well, thank you everyone for being here, and welcome to AFS. My name is Daniel Obst. I'm the president and CEO of AFS Intercultural Program. So it's really wonderful to welcome you all here. At AFS, we're all about developing active global citizens. Our organization has been around for more than 100 years. And we develop active global citizens largely through our exchange programs. We also have a lot of online learning programs that develop intercultural competence in young people and professionals and educators. And we have a youth assembly that we now do every year. And we were just last month at the UN with about 1,000 young leaders from around the world. So we're really happy to host this International Youth Conference, which I think is coming at a really critical moment. We're halfway point of the Sustainable Development Goals. The Secretary General said break down or break through. And I think that fact that we're all here together, not just in this room, but also online, to really find a way of how we can break through to a better future. And it takes everyone's responsibility to do activities and actions in your communities, in your countries, in the world that advance the Sustainable Development Goals. But it also takes partnerships. And I think this is why it's so wonderful to have this event here with so many excellent partners, but also for all of you in this room and online to really think about how can you work with others across difference to tackle our global challenges. So thank you so much, Ali, for bringing this event here, to all the partners, and I wish you a really wonderful conference. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We're going to start the next session in next 5 minutes. The panelists and the speakers are here, and the celebration of the International Peace Day. This is the Peace Day today as well. Thank you for the speakers, people joining us online and here. We're going to start in 5 minutes again. Thank you.
Thank you.